I want to talk about one aspect of Diablo 4 PvP in the Fields of Hatred. It is very raw, and it almost feels like it's in a beta form. It feels like clay that's ready to be molded. When it goes right, it feels like you're pretty unstoppable. PvP, when it goes right, rivals that of an extraction shooter like Hunt Showdown in these first, few days, few weeks. I don't even know. It's been, time flies when a new Diablo launches right. But I mainly want to talk about where I could see it evolving and what I see as potentially what could be lying ahead. I think I've had good success. I have to acknowledge that the success I have is not due to skill. It's just due to having a build that's very conducive to high DPS. I can pretty much have a panic moment, spam left click, right click, press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all at once in the first 10 seconds, and usually that does the job. But what that tells me though is that PvP is broken in its current state. I can pretty much take any build that creates high damage per second that works against trash mobs, elites, or even bosses, take it to Fields of Hatred, and not even have to make any modifications to make PvP work. But again, a lot of room to improve. Diving into things a little bit more, I think it's a little bit of a wild ride so far. It's fun, it's chaotic, it's exhilarating to be able to take out mobs with people. But again, it also doesn't feel fair. The moment when I realized that PvP isn't fair in the Fields of Hatred necessarily is when I had a level 70 jump into tier 2, but I was level 52 or something, and I easily got stomped in 1 or 2 seconds. But as I reviewed my film and I compared the approach of these level 70 players against me, and then me 52 versus 48, I saw that the style was actually pretty similar. You just jump on somebody, you DPS them, and you pretty much delete them off the map. They try to come back to you and take you out again, but then you do the same thing and take them out. So they never really have a chance. And I don't think that PvP, that there should be any builds that are like no-brainers, like 100% success rates for PvP to work properly. The other person always has to have a chance. The build that I usually run is Twisted Blaze with Poison. For PvP to be fun and for the Fields of Hatred to have a high amount of daily active users and people actually who feel incentivized to farm these Seeds of Hatred, it can't feel like a place where you're just going to get griefed by someone else. I think that anyone who comes to the Fields of Hatred, especially if they only play casually, they should be able to bring a friend, bring someone who is a little higher level in the game perhaps, who can protect them while they're both farming for the Seeds of Hatred. Players need to have some way to feel comfortable in the Fields of Hatred, otherwise they wouldn't come. There needs to be a more harmonious balance that makes the whole experience of these fields more rewarding for everyone else and not just for the people who are trying to pounce on other people. To summarize things really quick, Diablo 4's PvP is chaotic and fun, although fairly imbalanced, but now with what seems like indicators that they're doing more balancing on the horizon, I think it's going to set a better tone. It's going to be more rewarding and engaging for everyone, whether it's someone again looking to farm or someone looking to engage in a good fight. If y'all comment here and you want the build that I used, let me know and I'll put something up on d4builds.gg. But keep in mind that if you do see it, the effectiveness of this build I don't think it's going to last long. The game's going to evolve. I feel like Twisted Blades might get nerfed again for PvP, and maybe rightfully so. So thanks for joining me today and spending your time here. PvP is fun. PvP is going to evolve. It's going to be frustrating for a lot of players, but as long as we keep grinding, keep adapting, and just stick with it, we're going to have fun together. I'm about to sign off, but I'd love your thoughts on PvP. I'd love your thoughts on how you approach the Fields of Hatred, whether you hate it, whether you love it. This is Gory Ninja signing off. Appreciate it again. Have a good one.